Hello, my name is Gareth Chalice from FrontRow. I'm here today to show you how to set up your FrontRow Juno tower. What I've got here today is the Juno tower, which should come straight out of the box, the pendant microphone that you woll wear, a USB to micro USB audio lead in order to charge the microphone, a 3.5mm to 3.5mm audio lead, and there is also a power lead in order to power the Juno. To set the Juno up, it is very easy. You take the tower out of the box, and the first thing that you will need to do is to actually plug in the power lead to the underside of the tower. So as you can see, this particular lead is already plugged in. Once you have done that and you've connected it to the mains, there is an on-off switch directly here where my finger is, and if I spin that round and switch it on, you will now see that the LCD screen at the front of the Juno is now lit up. It takes approximately 20 seconds in order for the system to boot up, and then once it has been booted up, we can then switch the microphone on. The reason for using the Juno system is in order to actually amplify your voice. So if you suffer with vocal strain or laryngitis, just as an example, this microphone will actually help do all the work for you and amplify your voice when you're speaking to an audience of people. So the tower is now switched on. There is a volume control at the front here, so you can set the volume according to the strength of your voice. My recommendation is to set it anything from 14 up to 18, dependent on the size of the room. And then in order to switch the microphone on, as you can see now, the microphone is lit with green and red. That means that it is muted. If you press the circular button at the bottom, you now have a green light, LED light. That microphone is now functioning, and you would wear the pendant mic around your neck and then speak to the audience. I will now put that on mute. To charge the microphone is also very easy. If I spin the tower around now, you can see that at the bottom of the system there are two USB ports. It enables us to be able to plug the USB to micro USB cable into the Juno. If we now plug the micro USB connector to the bottom of the microphone, you can see here that there is the micro USB connector. We now plug that directly in, and then after a few moments you'll see a red light come on. That is now charging the microphone. My recommendation is that once you have stopped using the system at the end of the day, plug the microphone into the Juno tower. You can then leave this overnight, and in the morning the microphone will be ready to use. The red light will change to green when it has actually been charged, and it takes approximately 5 hours to fully charge, but then will switch off and will not continue to charge the battery once it is fully charged. It is very important with the Juno tower that when you are charging the microphone that you do not switch the Juno tower off. If you leave the Juno tower switched on whilst it is charging, after half an hour the LCD screen will go blank and goes into sleep mode, but it will still continue to charge the microphone as you would require. The 3.5mm to 3.5mm audio light lead that we have here enables you to be able to connect this to the Juno tower, plug it into another audio device. So that could be an iPhone, it could be a Mac, it could be any type of audio device, and then you can play music or audio from the computer or iPhone directly through the Juno tower as well. If I spin this round, there are a number of audio inputs on the tower. We can actually run 4 audio devices off the Juno at any one time. So there is ample connectivity to be able to run multiple devices if you so wish. If you have been supplied the Juno tower and pendant microphone along with the handheld microphone and a charging dock, which we have here, this enables you to be able to charge 2 microphones directly off the charging dock, which would require power. So in this particular case, I would not need this particular cable, because we would charge both microphones directly off the charging dock, which means that overnight you could switch the Juno tower off. In the morning, both microphones will have been charged and ready to use. The purpose of the handheld microphone is so that if the speaker is dealing with a large audience, it is good for people to be able to use the handheld microphone in order to also be heard through the Juno tower. It makes things much easier for everybody to be able to hear what is being said. So the main speaker can be heard through this microphone, but then the audience can also be heard through the handheld microphone as well. If the system has been provided in conjunction with a Roger pen device, which would normally be used as a one-to-one system, it is actually very easy to connect a Roger pen to the Juno tower. Again, using the 3.5mm to 3.5mm audio cable, we would plug that into the audio out socket, which is on the side of the tower at the top. So we would plug one end into the audio out section. We would then turn the volume up. There is a volume control here. Turn that to 6. Plug the other end into the Roger dock. The Roger pen would need to be functioning in order for it to work. But then when you use the Juno pendant microphone, when you're now speaking through this microphone, or if the audience are using the handheld microphone, all speech which is being transmitted from either microphone will be sent to the Juno, down to the Roger pen, and that Roger pen will then send the speech directly to the Roger receivers that the user would be wearing. It would also allow for audio from the computer or any other audio device to also be transmitted directly to the hearing impaired person with the receivers as well. So that is basically how to set up a Juno tower. If you require any more help, please contact us. Thank you.